Due to the issues of Black Desert Online, many MMO fans have lost faith in the title they were looking forward the most. In case you're looking for MMO to get ready for next year, here's our small list of what we think could be the MMOs worth checking out in 2017. Please enjoy. Upon release, Capcom's Dragon's Dogma got much praise for its combat and addictive action. A few years later, a free-to-play version, Dragon's Dogma Online, was announced for PS3, PS4 and PC. And with the 2017 Taiwan release with no IP block, it seems as if the West will get a chance to play soon after that. Just like in the original game, much more focus was put on a dynamic combat system, using our environment or even climbing onto our much larger enemies. Will the game feature an open world, some might ask? Well, kinda. In the land of Lestaria, previously not featured in Dragon's Dogma, we'll get one big city hub and a world we'll traverse solo or with some buddies. The game will also feature quite a lot of classes to choose from and a large crafting system. One of the core mechanics of the original game was cooperation, and in the online incarnation of Dragon's Dogma, it makes a comeback. We can either choose people to aid us in our adventures, or create the so-called pawns, our own AI-controlled allies. If you're looking for a more dynamic system in an RPG, or you played the original Dragon's Dogma and liked it, be sure to check this one out, once it becomes available. The 2006 MMO Dark and Light never got the praise it deserves, it seems. With the game concept being quite promising, in the end the reviewers disliked it. The game was ruined by bugs, poor graphics, and some technical issues that prevented it from becoming popular. Oh, and there was some controversy surrounding the game and a lawsuit that followed. Light and Dark was shut down in 2008, but that doesn't mean it's dead, as the game's reboot has been in the works for a while now, and it's supposed to be released shortly, with the first test soon to be announced. What will the new Dark and Light offer? Well, hold tight to your seats. The game world will be 40,000 square kilometers, it won't feature a standard class system, as there are two experience point systems, one for combat and one for social activities. It will also offer an ability to travel by air with no restriction, mass PvP, and a realistic one-to-one season system. Some might say that this game is too ambitious to work, but you keep our fingers crossed, as some of us played the original back in the day and have a soft spot for this then ugly duckling. If you look for a breath of fresh air in your MMO, it's better to keep this one on the radar. The next title on our list, Bless, has a set release date for 2017. However, it remains to be seen whether its gameplay can distinguish itself amongst others on the market. We know that the developer NeoWiz Games is working really hard with Unreal to ensure the quality of the graphics, and we know a bit about the story, with two great forces clashing over political and philosophical differences. The game looks really good in early footage, with carefully crafted facial animations and even small nuances like minimal finger animation while our character stands idle. Bless might emphasize style over substance in the early footage, but we're eager to play some more of it and see if it's fun or not, because the trailers certainly make it look epic. Moonlight Blade is certainly something for the fans of martial arts and the Orient. The developer emphasizes the visual side, and their work has certainly not gone to waste. The game world's a few times bigger than the world of Skyrim, and eye-pleasing weather effects make the title look very promising. We got a chance to try this game out a while back, and what caught our attention was the responsive and dynamic fighting system that took advantage of flying and the game's stellar animations. We don't know much more about the game, but the main storyline looks to be quite promising, with many plot twists, climactic showdowns and double crosses clearly inspired by the Chinese martial arts movies. At the core of the game lies wuxia, the Chinese martial arts chivalry that many swordsmen and martial artists lived by, and to keep the tone of the wuxia tale, a popular Chinese novelist, Wu Long, was involved in penning the script. The game doesn't have a release date yet, but seeing how it's shaping up, it's safe to say that we'll get to play some of it in 2017 for sure. Okay, so if you're not a fan of Asian MMOs, let's go west for a while. Chronicles of Illyria is the debut of Soulbound Studios, who amassed over $1 million on Kickstarter for their debut project. The game won't have a distinct plotline and will focus more on survival and daily life of our characters, with economics being a large part of our experience. The game's unique business model is tied directly to the gameplay. In Chronicles of Illyria, we'll have what the creators call Pay for Life, where we pay for a spark of life, which allows us to play for almost a year, the actual lifespan of our character. What happens when our character eventually dies of old age, or before that? Well, then we'll play as our children, provided we married before and even have a successor to speak of. In the Chronicles of Illyria, in time, we'll play as an entire family, with the next generations trying to build upon, or maybe squander, what their ancestors left them. Add to that the said survival elements like hunger or death, and you have a very promising MMO coming out in 2017. Let's just hope that the project is not too ambitious for the new studio, and their ideas come into fruition just like they intended. For too long has Path of Exile been the king of hack-and-slash games, and Lost Ark seems to want to dethrone the old ruler. The vibrant graphics you see in the video take advantage of Unreal Engine 3 and look very promising. The game will focus mostly on cooperative PvE up to 4 players and will offer us 18 character classes, which is a lot for this genre, to be honest. And speaking of classes, each and every one of those is supposed to have some unique class-exclusive quest, which I look forward to personally. Apart from the visceral and spectacular fights that make me think of slashers like Bayonetta or Devil May Cry, the game will also feature many optional activities, like sailing, playing the in-game card minigame, much like Gwent in Witcher 3 I hope, and even taking part in drinking contests. The game is already in beta test in Korea, and a 2017 release, while not yet confirmed, can be expected. Let's just hope that the game does not favor style over substance in the long run, and the large amount of classes isn't too much for the developer to handle. Okay guys, those were our picks for what we believe might be the most interesting MMOs to check out in the coming year. While they are quite promising, it remains to be seen how the audiences react to them or how long will they keep us entertained. And please keep in mind that this list is entirely subjective. Thanks for watching and see you around at GamePressure.